Hiya, welcome to In the Kitchen with Carl. I'm glad you could join me once again. Today we should be doing iced fingers. Iced fingers are quite a simple recipe, but it's a bit time consuming because we have to wait for the dough to prove twice. But let's now go on and let's look at the ingredients that we should be using. And here are the ingredients for the dough. We have 500 grams of bread flour, 40 grams of unsalted butter cubed and softened. We have 2 medium eggs. We have 14 grams of instant yeast. That's 2 packets, each packet is 7 grams, so 2 packets will do the 14 grams. We have 1 tablespoon of salt. We have 150 ml of lukewarm milk and 140 ml of warm water. And then for the icing sugar, I have 200 grams of icing sugar and 5 tablespoons of cold water. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to put all our ingredients into the mixing bowl. Now you can do this by hand, but because it's going to have to prove twice, I'm going to speed things up by putting them in the mixer. So in goes the butter. In go the eggs. In goes the salt, the yeast, and the lukewarm milk. We don't put the water in at this stage. I'm going to put it on now a slow mix, the minimum, just to get it going. And as it's going, I will add the water a little bit at a time. Now I'm going to turn it up and let it go on a fast speed now. It's about 8 minutes. I think we're about there now. As you can see, it's quite pliable there, look. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this out of the bowl and put it into another greased bowl. So if you just bear with me while I get all this out. As you can see, I've now transferred it from the mixing bowl into a slightly greased bowl, and what we need to do now is cover that up. You can either use cling film, a carrier bag even, but I'm going to use a shower cap, and we're going to leave that now for between 40 minutes, depending on the temperature of your room, to an hour, and then we'll check it after about 40 minutes to see how we're doing. It should double in size, hopefully, and I'll bring you back when that happens. Well, here we are back again, and I think you'll find that this has risen quite a lot. I'm going to flour the board. see if I can get this out. Now we need to divide this. Nope. The weight is about 85 grams. That's a bit too much. That's about right. They need to be about 5 inches long. Now I'm going to put that on a baking sheet. And that's another one for the baking sheet. Well, we have them now laid out on our tray, quite close together, so that when they come up they'll nearly touch. I'm now going to cover that with a damp tea towel until they've risen again. It'll be about 40 minutes. I'll bring you back once they're done. As you can see, the buns are now ready to go into the oven. I should be baking these at 190 centigrade for 10 to 11 minutes, but I will keep an eye on them. I'll bring you back when they're done. Well, here are the buns out of the oven. What you need to do now, you need to split them to let them cool down. Oh, they're very hot, so be careful. You can't ice them until they've cooled out. And there they are. Wait for them to cool down and then we'll do the icing. I'll bring you back later when I do the icing. I don't think they've turned out too bad, the ice buns now. You can cut them down the side there and fill them with cream or jam, but we actually like butter, when we spread a bit of butter in between, and they're very tasty. Well, thank you for watching, and please subscribe and give a thumbs up, and until the next time, bye for now.